Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial on Linux. So till now we have learned about the Linux file system and we have seen the processes as well. So till now we were saying that everything in Linux is a file and a process, and we have seen every details about the Linux file system, that how we can create file, delete files and all the processes related. Similarly, for the processes we have seen that how we can create process where a process can execute, uh, rather whether it can be a background or it can be a foreground. And then we have seen several commands through which we can create processes, terminate them and send them in the foreground and the background as well. So now, uh, having learned all these things, we have seen that we have used several commands in Linux, and there are more of the command present in Linux which are used to help Linux user to manage the different things in Linux. Like we have memory management, then we have process management, then we can say we have file management, and similarly user management and other stuffs as well. So before diving into those things, we will see that uh, how we can help ourselves if we are stuck somewhere. So for that, Linux provide a very useful command and a very uh, we can say reference pages which we can refer if we are stuck somewhere. So man is the command which is used for this purpose. So what is a man page? So man page refers or is a reference manual page, refers to the reference manual page in Linux. And these pages, so the man page is basically a reference page for any command, and there are several reference pages present in man. And again, since there are a lot of pages which are available, so these pages have been categorized into several sections. And again, when we read any page, then it again contains several sections which are related to that specific command. So we will see it practically how do we mean by this. So let's move to the command line. So we said that we have a man command, and then when we provide any command to it, then it shows me a page for ls command. So you can see that here this page contains several sections, that is name, what does, and the description about it, that what is the use of this command. Then the synopsis means that how you can use this command. Like here we have ls, and then it is saying that option and then the name of the file in which we want to perform the operation ls. So you can see that this square bracket here means that this option is not uh, always necessary to be provided, and similarly we have file that is also not required to be provided with this command. So if there is a square bracket, it means that the option is optional for this command. So here we can leave these options and just execute ls independently. And then we have a description about this command, that what it does, and then we have several options which are available to this command. Then the another section which comes is the exit status for this command. So here you can see that 0 if the command successfully executes, and 1 is returned if there are minor problems like cannot access subdirectory, and third is if serious trouble, example cannot access command line argument. Then there are the author, then what are the bugs which have been reported related to this command, and then there are copyright information, that who, whatever copyright is related to it, and finally if there are any documentations which are related to it, and finally the package which contains this ls command and when it was created, and then the command itself. So and this number represents the section in which this command falls. So that I will discuss later. What does this one mean here? One means here. So let's do some practical around it. So if I do ls, then you can see that as the main page said that we don't require anything with ls. So yes, it worked. Then we want to use any option. So now we are putting ls option l here, and then we are running it. So again it runs fine. So it means that we can use ls with an option. And then finally we have one file here t1. So this way it will work, this way also works. So we have seen and one more thing which I want to see, this one. So you can see that this also worked. So you can see that the definition or the synopsis part we have verified that we were the synopsis part that we tried to run ls alone, it was working. Then we tried it with the option, then also it worked. And then we tried with the third variant, that was ls with some option and then name of the file, then also it worked. And finally what we did is we used ls and then the name of the file, and then also it worked. So we have seen that how we can execute this ls command using by reading just the synopsis. And then we have several options here, so you can use any combination of the options provided here. So I'm not going to that deep as of now. So now I will quit from here. So what we have done is we have seen that every page has several sections like name, then we have synopsis, then we saw description, and then we saw about exit status. So for this, let me come back to the command line. So if I do ls and then -l, then yes, you see that it has got executed successfully. And how I can check that? For that we have a special character defined in Linux, that is $? And if you execute this, you can see that it will return me the exit status of the previous command which ran. And here my previous command was ls-l. So you can see that this $? Return me 0. And if I do man of ls, here we have seen that whenever we have seen that there are 3 exit status, and this time we got a exit status of 0. This means that the command got successfully executed. So what is the use of this? In real world, what we do is in Linux, whenever we write any scripts, so we usually, if we want to check the input of previous command, so we generally make use of it. And how we use it? Then we just check the exit status of the previous command, and then we say echo command was executed successfully, and then try. So now if I execute this script, you can see first it executed hello, and then after that it checked that whether the previous command, that was echo hello, was executed successfully. And then what it did was it again printed this echo message that the previous echo command was executed successfully. But if I take the negative case in this, what I will do is I will use some other command like ls-l and some file name like testing. Let me do it here as well. Okay, so here you can see when I do equal dollar question mark, you get an exit status of 2, and when I execute this script again, let me see the script. So what I have done is I am doing ls-l of testing, and testing file is not present in the command, so it will give me exit status of 2, and in this line when it will check for it the exit status, it should not print anything. So to be more verbose or to give some message, echo, I will write previous command failed, so that at least we are clear that what happened inside the script. So when I execute this, we can see that it throws the error which was executed, that there is no such file or directory, and then the message was executed because the exit status was 2, so it came to the else part and printed the message that previous command failed. So this is how we make use of the exit status in status of any command in Linux. So coming back to our topic, that was the exit status we were talking about. Then we have copyright, it is just, and then bugs and so on. So the information about any command may have more sections depending upon the information which was provided by the writer or the author of the script. So we have seen one author section as well, so that can also be added. So these are the sections which are present in every page of the main page of any command. And now moving on further one step up, we have said that in Linux there are several man pages, and each page is categorized under a section or several sections. So what do you mean by that? For that, let's see a man of a man, and here you can see that a man is an interface to a system reference manuals. So these are basically means that there are several system reference manuals, that are the pages which are available in Linux. And here you can see that the table below shows the section number of manual followed by the types of pages they contain. So this is the thing which we were talking about. So what does it mean? It means that if the command or the manual page has a 1 appended to it, then it means it's an executable program or a shell command. So if I go back to my terminal again, when I do man of ls, here you can see that it shows me 1. So this is what it means here in main page, that if it is a program then or a shell command, then it will display me as 1. Then I will come to the next thing, that is the 8th section, that says that anything which has 8 in it, it is a system admin command. And for that we can see an example here, but from where I will get the system admin command. All the system admin commands are usually placed inside user has been, and if I do ls here, then you can see, or I can take in command from here. So I have picked ipset or ip tables. So So here you can see that ib tables gave me 8. That means that it is a command which is a system admin command, so it can be run by any person who is a system administrator. Then we have a section 5 that contains the file formats and the convention. So what does it mean? We can go to man of file, okay, man of pass wd. So you will see that pass wd is giving me 1, whereas we have seen in man of man that it says it is a file format and the condition. So what does it mean? So if I do man of 5 of pass wd, then here you can see that now it represents 5 and it says that pass wd is the password file. So as I said earlier that there can be two sections for the same command, but they may represent two different things. So here when I say pass wd, man of pass wd, then it means that it is representing a command, that is pass wd command, that is used for changing user password. But when I do man of 5 of pass wd, then here it means that it is representing a pass wd file, and the point, the section in which it is lying is section 5, and it is actually giving me the definition or the description about the etc pass wd file. And same thing is written here as well, that if it is 5 inside section 5, then it is some file format, and if it is in section 1, then it is a executable command. So now how it can be useful for us. So let's suppose I want to copy any file in Linux and I don't know the command for it. Then what I can do is I can use -k option, and then I can write copy here. So here you will see many pages which have copy word in them. So you can see that there are several commands which are given here, and then we have a short one-line description for every command. So here we can see that we have our cp command listed, and it says copy file and directory. And now what I can do is I can simply check the main page for this command, and here you can see it copies file and directory, and this is the syntax or the synopsis in which I can use it, through which I can use it, and we are done. So this is how our man page becomes very useful for us to find out any command which we want to use. And also, if you want to find the location of any command, then man again provides another option, that is w. If you want to see the location of the manual page for any command, then you can use w, and it will give you the location where this man page is lying. Also, there is one more command which can be useful, and that is the where is command, and that gives me the location of the manual page for this command as well as the location of this command. So where is another command which can be used to find out the location and the location of the manual page for any command. And so finally, if there is anything remaining, how to find a related page to any command, how to find about any command, we have covered it. So This is how. So finally we can have a look at the man again. So we have covered this. We have system calls as well in Linux, which we will discuss later. And if we get a chance, or we can search over Google for this one. Then there are some special files like dev files usually found in dev. Then this you can see actually on your system. Go inside dev and then so if I want to see the use of this, then I will do man of random, and you will get the section 4, and this is used for kernel random number source devices. And what is the use of the character special file? This is percent provide interface to kernel random number generator. So it is basically used for generation of random numbers by kernel. So I think we have covered the useful things about man, and you can go on your own further to go through this man page, and please feel free to answer question anything you would like in the comment section. So thank you, and please do like and subscribe to the channel if you have liked the video. Thank you.